Have you ever noticed how payday feels amazing for like 5 hours? You wake up thinking, okay, this is it. Fresh start, new paycheck. I'm finally going to get my life together. And then suddenly, you buy a few things you've been needing, pay a couple bills, order takeout because you're tired, fill your gas tank, maybe grab a coffee, and poof, 2 days later, your bank app is basically waving a white flag like, hey man, I don't think we're going to make it. And the worst part? You didn't even splurge. You didn't buy a TV. You didn't go on a trip. You just existed. And somehow the money is still gone. If that sounds painfully familiar, you're not alone. 78% of workers in the US live paycheck to paycheck, according to a 2024 Lending Club report. Think about that. More than 3 out of 4 adults, fully grown humans, are constantly one missed paycheck away from panic mode. And here's the crazy part. It's not because people are stupid. It's not because people don't want to save. It's because nobody has been taught what to do on payday. So today, we're fixing that. Because if you get one thing right, the first 24 hours after getting paid, your entire financial life changes. My name is Nico, and I spend way too much time thinking about money psychology, financial systems, and why people sabotage themselves without even knowing it. If you're someone who's tired of working hard and somehow still feeling broke, or you're overwhelmed trying to manage your money, or you're ready to stop the paycheck to paycheck cycle permanently, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if it helps you out. All right, let's get into it. Because this is not a budgeting tips video. This is the exact payday routine I've taught thousands of students, and once they apply it, their entire financial identity shifts. The psychology of payday. Why you lose money before you realize it. Here's the thing most people don't understand. Payday triggers the same brain chemicals as gambling. I'm not joking. Neuroscience research shows that anticipation of money releases dopamine, not the money itself, meaning you get more excitement from thinking about getting paid than actually having the money. So what does your brain do? It tries to recreate that dopamine hit by spending. This is why your paycheck feels like it's melting. Your brain thinks spending equals reward, while saving or investing equals loss of fun. Here's where it gets really interesting. Your brain treats your paycheck like it's 100% disposable, even though only about 20% is truly flexible. Let me show you. If you take home $2,000, about $400 to $700 is rent or mortgage. $200 to $400 is utilities and bills. $200 to $300 is groceries, $150 to $250 is transportation, $100 to $200 is insurance, $50 to $150 is minimum debt payments. Meaning, before you even start, roughly $1,200 to $1,800 is already spoken for, but your brain sees, I got $2,000. I'm rich, finally. And this is the root of the problem. People don't have a spending issue, they have a timing issue. Most financial problems happen in the first 24 hours of getting paid. If you lose discipline early, the rest of the paycheck becomes chaos. The payday mistake 99% of people make. Here's what most people do. Get paid. Spend pay bills throughout the month. Try to save whatever's left over, and every single month, there is nothing left over. Because save last is the equivalent of never save. But here's what most people don't realize. Your brain makes different decisions when your account balance is high. I'm going to say that again because it is life-changing. When your bank balance is high, your brain enters I can afford it mode, which leads to unnecessary Amazon purchases, eating out without thinking, buying things because it's just $15, treating yourself because you earned it. Subscription creep, casual convenience spending. When your balance is low, you suddenly become responsible. You pack lunch, you stop buying coffee, you cook at home, you check prices, you say no. So the key is simple. You must lower your visible money before your brain sees the full paycheck. Which leads us to the payday routine that changes everything. This is the system you repeat every single time you get paid. It takes 10 to 15 minutes, and it will save some people thousands per year. There are 5 phases, and each phase matters. Phase 1. Pay your future self. First look. I know you've heard pay yourself first, but most people still don't know what that actually means. Here's what most people do. I'll try to save $100 this month. No, the correct approach is, when I get paid, $100 immediately leaves my checking account and goes somewhere safe. This does 2 things. It protects the money from your impulse brain. It lowers your bank balance to a realistic number so you don't overspend. Payday savings. The consistency could be $50, could be $100, could be $200, could be 10% of your take-home pay. Whatever you can manage, just automate it. Important guideline. If you can't save $50, you don't have an income problem. You have a structure problem. Even a tiny amount builds the habit. Where should it go? There are 4 buckets: emergency fund, high yield savings, investing, debt crushing. Choose the priority based on your situation. If you have less than $1,000 saved, emergency fund. If you have no investments, start investing. If your debt is suffocating you, pay the smallest one aggressively if you're stable. Split between investing and saving. The key is move the money instantly on payday. Not tomorrow, not later today, not when I get home. Immediately. Phase 2. Automate 100% of fixed bills. Now this is where people screw up. You should not be paying bills manually throughout the month, because every time you log in to pay one bill, you end up spending on something else too. You check your balance. You get ideas, you browse. You say, oh, I have some wiggle room, and then you slowly destroy your budget. Instead, all fixed bills should be automated. Rent, electricity, water, internet, phone plan, car insurance, debt, minimum payments, streaming subscriptions, everything. But Nico, what if automation overdrafts my account? Then that means your spending is the problem, not automation. Automation forces discipline. And here's the part nobody talks about. Your bills should hit your account right after payday. If you get paid on the 1st and 15th, your bills should be scheduled between the 1st and 4th. You want your money to leave your account before you get tempted to spend it. Because psychologically, when money is already allocated, you subconsciously treat it as not mine. You don't touch it. Your behavior changes. Your brain becomes more careful. Phase 3. The true spending balance method. This is where everything changes. After you've paid your future self, automated your bills, you will be left with a number. Let's say your take-home pay is $2,000. You move $200 to savings, $1,000. $200 to bills. You now have $600 left. Most people look at that and think, cool, I have $600 to spend. No. Here's what most people don't realize. The remaining money must cover groceries, gas, unexpected expenses, fun money, small emergencies, gifts, random fees, household supplies, toiletries, maybe a date night, maybe medicine, maybe a friend's birthday, unexpected school costs, pet stuff, everything else you didn't plan for. So the real question is, how do you make that $600 last 2 weeks? Here's the system. Step 1, move that $600 into a spending account. This is separate from your bill-paying account. 2 checking accounts, one for bills, one for spending. This alone fixes overspending for 90% of people. Step 2, calculate your real weekly number. If you have $600 to last 14 days, $600 divided by 2 weeks equals $300 per week. Now everything changes. Instead of saying, I have $600, you now say, I have $300 per week. Your brain processes money differently when broken into smaller units. This is basic behavioral economics. People manage $300 much better than they manage $600. Phase 4, the 3-minute micro-budget. Yes, only 3 minutes. Look, I'm not making you do spreadsheets. I'm not asking you to track every penny. Just do this. Every week, write down 3 numbers. Groceries target, gas, transportation target, fun money target. That's it. 3 categories. Why? Because those 3 categories destroy most budgets. And this is where most people fail. People don't overspend by $500 on one big thing. They overspend by $15, 50 times. The micro-budget forces you to make decisions with intention. Example, your weekly $300 breaks down like this: $120 groceries, $40 gas, $40 emergencies, $100 fun/other spending. Now your brain has rules, and human beings function better with rules. Phase 5, the Friday reset. Every Friday, or whatever day you get paid, you do a 5-minute money reset. Ask yourself, what did I overspend on? What caught me off guard? What do I need to adjust next week? What made me feel guilty? What made me feel in control? Money is emotional. You cannot separate psychology from finance. This weekly reset keeps you conscious. Most people go financially numb. You will not be one of them. Real examples. The math that saves you. Let me show you how powerful this system is. Example A. Person makes $2,000 per month. Old behavior: saves $0, spends randomly. Always stressed, ends month at $50. New payday routine: saves $200, 10%. Bills, $1,200. Spending account, $600. Weekly limit, $300 per week. Result after 12 months, $2,400 savings. No overdrafts. Fewer emergency panic moments. Stronger dopamine control. Increased stability. Example B. Person makes $4,000 per month. Old behavior: feels like they should be fine, because $4,000 is decent but still broke. New payday routine: saves $400. Bills, $2,200. Spending, $1,400. Weekly limit, $700 per week. Now they can invest, build a $6,000 emergency fund, pay off a credit card stop, emotional spending. Your income doesn't fix problems. Systems fix problems. Common objections and why they're wrong. Objection 1. I don't make enough to save. False. If you can't save $20, your issue isn't income. It's structure. Saving is a habit, not a number. Objection 2. I don't want two checking accounts. Then your money will continue to mix and confuse you. Dollar separation equals clarity. Clarity equals control. Objection 3. I can just track mentally. No, you cannot. Humans underestimate spending by up to 47%, according to a Harvard study. Your brain lies to you. Systems don't. Objection 4. I like seeing a big balance. That big balance is what causes you to overspend. Lowering visible money equals higher control. The identity shift. This is the real secret. Here's what most people don't realize. A payday routine is not about money. It's about identity. When you follow this system, you stop thinking, I hope I have enough, and you start thinking, I manage money like an adult. This shift is enormous because people who manage money well do 3 things. They make decisions before emotion kicks in. They remove temptation from their environment. They automate everything that causes stress. This system transforms you from a reactive spender into a proactive wealth builder. Even if you make $30,000 a year, even if you've made bad decisions, even if you feel behind. The system works because it aligns with human psychology, not against it. The action plan. Do this on your next payday. Here's your exact checklist. Before your next paycheck, set up a second checking account. List your fixed bills. Make all bills automatic. Decide your savings percentage. Pick your spending categories. Choose your weekly spending limit. On payday, savings auto-transfers out. Bills auto-pull from bill account. Remaining money goes into your spending account. Review your weekly limit, done in 10 to 15 minutes. Within 30 days, you will feel less stressed, more organized, more in control, calmer, more responsible, surprisingly wealthier. This is not magic. This is structure. Look, most people work 40 hours a week just to stay broke. Not because they're lazy, not because they're irresponsible, but because nobody showed them a system that actually works. You deserve better. You deserve financial clarity. You deserve to feel stable. You deserve peace. You deserve progress. You deserve wealth. And it all starts with what you do on payday. So save first, automate bills, separate accounts, weekly limits, reset every week. If you commit to this routine every single payday, your financial life will transform. It's not optional. It's not a suggestion. It's the way out. If you made it this far, you're already ahead of most people. So hit subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments. What's one thing you're changing next payday? I'll see you in the next video.